Testing 1, 2, 3. That's better. Thank you for letting me know, Ghibli Pilot, as well as Detective Jules here, and hello. You did not miss much. I mostly just laughed and I was yapping about how Minty was in my lap and how she doesn't like when I start talking to myself on stream. So she decided, actually, fuck this, I don't want to be in your lap anymore. Actually, she was barely on my lap. She was like partially on my laptop, like partially on my tummy. I have mentioned this before, but she's a really big fan at the moment of like sitting on my like collarbone, on my clavicle. I don't really appreciate it, but she's currently very polite looking and cuddled up next to me. Yes, it was so cute. She's been a menace today. I just would like to point that out. She has been a menace. She was a menace yesterday as well. Last night, I had to physically restrain her and pick her up to get her to stop eating the dog's dinner. I was like, Minty, you had your dinner like an hour ago. She's looking at me right now as if to say, yeah, bitch, I did that. She keeps trying to eat all the dog food. Like, the vet said she's putting on weight and she doesn't need to put in any more weight. Yes. You're chubby chuts. You're a butterbean. That's what Mum says. Mum keeps calling her a butterbean, which is very cute. I do like that. But yeah. Do you know what's funny? Yesterday I had like a stream planned out, but I told myself I'd only do it if I got 2 things done. And as soon as I tweeted that, oh man, stream's cancelled, I haven't done either of the things I needed to do, I immediately went and did them. I was so pissed off at myself. I was like, seriously? We could have had a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel stream. I have an idea for my next Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel stream. I won't spoil it. I did tease it in the Discord. A Pretzel is like a mind reader. He was like, I know, Mary, I know. Hi, Pretzel. I was just talking about you. I was like, oh, Pretzel's already on the trail. I don't know if he knows exactly what I've got planned, but as soon as he was like, he just somehow knew it's going to be Goo Goo Babies adjacent, and it will be Goo Goo Babies adjacent with like a smidgen of Dug. So yes. And I think there was a world where we did that tonight, but I'm going to be honest. I predict 3 full days of streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I was like, I don't need. You might have a 6th sense. Yeah, you've been here long enough that I feel like you know me quite well. I was like, I think tomorrow could be anywhere between like 2 to 3 hours to maybe another 8 hours stream, because I'll be honest, I do want 100% the Brains Duelist world, but it kind of, at the same time, it kind of depends on how much bullshit they put me through. If they put me through too much bullshit, we're fucked. And I was like, I do see a world where we're doing another like fucking all day stream, where I'm like trying to 100% this shit. So for now, we're going to do Word Slop. We're a big fan of Word Slop around here, so we'll do all like my dailies. We'll play Wordle, we'll do strands, connections, we'll do all that. And then we'll do Word Slop again. Not Slop. Slop, Yuri Gems. More Late Night Mary. Yeah, Late Night Mary. Although, speaking of Late Night Mary, Mary had a very difficult time getting to bed last night. It was like 11:30 to midnight, and the neighbors came home like drunk, and I swear they were like arguing, and then they'd laugh really loud, and they've got like the world's most sensitive spotlight or something, like, you know, like motion sensitive detectors, and then it literally just lights up the entire street, and so I could not sleep. Although Minty was also sleeping on top of me, so that might have also contributed. But yeah, hopefully because it's Sunday, it will be nice and normal. It'll be nice and normal. I'll get to go to sleep. And yeah, because this is not going to surprise anyone, but I had a boring day at work. I had a boring day at work yesterday as well. Although the lady who was volunteering yesterday, she went to the restrooms, and then when she came back, she was like, Mary, I didn't know you were an artist. And I was like, oh, really? I could have swore I mentioned that my collage is in the art gallery right now, and I've been selected for regionals and stuff like that. And she was like, yeah, I know about that, but I didn't realize you were an artist. I thought that was just something you did for fun. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm currently exhibiting, and I've got like a poster of my artwork. So there's a smug Mary hung up at work, by the way. When I say smug Mary, I will literally get the picture I'm thinking of. Like, you guys know the Spectre Labubu. That picture is hanging up in my workplace right now. It has been for the last 2 months. And so yes, I was very excited. So that was like the most exciting thing that happened yesterday. I know I already talked about Minty being a menace, but here's the part 2. So tonight, I had burgers. I made homemade burgers. I'm really proud of myself. I made dinner using only things that I found in like the fridge and the freezer. Like I didn't spend a dime. I didn't even buy like bacon or anything. I was like, we're just gonna have absolute Aussie fare tonight. And Minty, oh my golly goshes, I've never seen her so desperate to eat what I'm like doing in the kitchen, because I was like making the patty from scratch, like using frozen mince I found in the freezer, and I was like, you know, kneading it, and I was like mixing in all my seasonings and stuff. And Minty was like, girl, I am the burger queen tonight. I want that shit so bad. Like I had to like put my arm out to get her. She kept jumping up on the bench. So in the end, I just like had to do it over the stove. I was like, girl, go away. I'm trying to make my patties. But yeah, it was very yummy. I decided I would have a toasted bun tonight because I've got like these sesame seed rolls that I need to use up. So yeah, Mary's in her frugal era. Is there anything else that I want to like talk about before we like get distracted? Have I mentioned this? But I'm almost finished my junk journal, my Miku junk journal. So I've started getting like preparations for the last page. So I've drawn up some schematics. I'm ready to glue them in. I was naughty at work today. I printed off some pictures of anime girls. I specifically printed off like a bunch of pictures of Mivi Ivory and Densetsu.exe. For reasons you will find out later, because my plan is for my last page, I wanted like last song listened to, last food eaten, last Google search I did, and then like last thing that made me laugh. So I've written it in like nice fancy writing, and I'll cut it all up, and then there's going to be a section which is what am I looking forward to next, and then I want to add like the Densetsu EX girls to the picture, and then I printed off Mivi because the last song I'd listened to was her cover From the Start. So that's why I wanted to include Mivi in this page. So I printed off like a few different sizes. So, because I'm worried I printed Mivi too big, but I'm not too worried about the Densetsu EX girls. I was like, I know this shit needs to be small, but Mivi is a bit more up in the air. But I'm also worried that in the end, I'm just going to be like, actually, I just want to print off a Polaroid picture of Mivi from her music video. So yeah, at work. Well, here's the thing. There are stretches at work today. I'm fairly certain I went an hour without having like a customer walk in. So I think I'm like entitled to just fuck around. Like I did all the paperwork yesterday, and I did cleaning today. I cleaned up the kiosk lady. She dropped a mug on the floor, so it smashed. And before she could even like register, I swooped in. I was like, I've got this, sweetheart. I will be your knight in shining armor, and I will clean this up for you. And she was like, thank you, Mary. Yeah. Trying to think of anything else like mildly interesting happened at work today or even yesterday. This isn't like super duper interesting, but like I was annoyed because I couldn't get this man's name, and because I needed to pass on a message to him from him to someone else, and because he said he'd been in contact with that someone else, I was like, oh, she must already know who he is. Yeah, no. Even though they'd been speaking on the phone, I'm like, I don't understand how this happens. But some people are just so forceful. They're just like, yes, I'm going to say things at you, and I'm not going to give you any context. Like, I've been told I've got really good polite phone manners. For example, like, I'm always like, hello, Mary's place of work name, Mary speaking. Like, I'm always really bright and cheerful. Hello, welcome in, the fur has arrived. So they have. Welcome in, furry metal ferret. So I'm like, I've been told I've got really good phone manners, but the only reason I have really good phone manners is because one time my friend rang me at university, and before she could even say why she rang me, she was like, girl, why do you sound like I'm about, like, someone just died? And I'm like, because I have this trigger in my brain, because I've not to get all dark and serious, but I hate phone calls specifically because of a series of events that happened almost 10 years ago in 2016. So I always associate phone calls with, well, people dying. So I used to react to every phone call to expecting that I'm going to get the news that someone just died, which is really funny because this friend in question, my dad started a rumor that she died in a car accident. And I literally thought it was going to be about that, okay? And the reason he started this rumor is because there was unrelated news on TV saying that there'd been a car accident on the highway outside of where my friend and we went to university together. So on the highway towards, like, between where we live because we've been friends since I was 13. We just so happened to go to the same university. Between where we live and where we went to university, and then my dad saw her mum at the bank, and for some reason my dad thought, oh, so-and-so's mum's at the bank, that must mean so-and-so's daughter has been in the car accident that I heard about on the news. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like if my daughter was in a car accident, the last thing I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be lining up to go to the bank. Like, if it was like a week later and I'm getting like affairs in order to pay like hospital bills or something, yeah, that makes sense. But day off? Yeah, anyways, that's a really random tangent. Like anything else? Oh, my coworker almost made me crash out yesterday. She started talking about the future, and I'm like, please don't talk to me about the future. It makes me want to crash out. Because the lady who is exhibiting next where I work at the art gallery, she... I don't think threaten's the right word. She soft launched the idea of cancelling, and that made me crash out. And then when my coworker asked about how things were going, I had to tell her that story. And so I started to crash out again. Literally, I would have been during that first conversation with the artist I was talking to. I think genuinely, if I didn't have like a desk in front of me at the time, I would have been on my hands and knees going, please, 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 please don't cancel on me. Please don't cancel on me. I will do anything. And then I was able to convince her to keep doing stuff. But the unfortunate thing is now I have to do unpaid work, probably. But yeah, so I told that story to my coworker yesterday, and then I started crashing out again about this absolute state of things. So yeah, I've applied to more, in totally unrelated news, I applied to more jobs. I've gotten so desperate in the job market. I've started applying for jobs that I literally don't think I have like even 20% of the skills, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm cute, eager, and happy to please. I can write at 30 to 50 words per minute. You should hire me. Literally, that is more or less what I put in the cover letter I wrote yesterday. So yes. And there is like one place that I keep applying to. And the only reason I keep applying to them is because I'm like, fucking VTubing has just warped my perception. If I don't get a no, it's like, I'm just gonna keep applying. But I'm also concerned because this place, like, I swear, every 3 months has like a new position open. I'm like, are they inventing jobs? Are people going on maternity leave, paternity leave? Are they dying? Like, what's going on? Is it just such a toxic workplace that 3 months and just like, okay, I've had enough paychecks, I'm out. Like, what is going on? I kind of want to find out. Because I feel like I have a high tolerance for bullshit. Like, sunk cost fallacy and all that. That's just my opinion. Actually, I have one last thing I need to crash out about. I watched a video yesterday, a Yu-Gi-Oh video, and it was like, how did they phrase the topic? It was like, what's the deal with like the main cast, and why do they get sidelined, kind of? And I clicked on this video, and I was like, if they took, and I knew they were going to talk about brains because they had like 4 different series on the thumbnails, and one of the series on the thumbnail was brains. And I was like, they're not going to talk about Spectre. I know they're not going to talk about Spectre, and I'm not going to get mad that they don't talk about Spectre. But I got mad because they didn't talk about Spectre. Literally, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, what do you mean? You consider Akira and Emma to be core members of the cast? Like, that's insane, crazy business to me, because they're really only connected through Aoi, whereas at least with Spectre, he's a member of the Lost Incident, he's a Knight of Hanoi, he's Spectre's, he's Playmaker's foil, he's Revolver's best man. I was like crashing out. I was like, I'm sorry. And he probably has more merchandise than Emma. Not to bring that shit up, but he's been like featured in the Christmas and Valentine's Day merchandise. Has Emma been featured in either of those merchandises? No. So that has to count for something. Has Altergeist even topped as YCS or some shit? Probably not, but at least Plant has the 4 most strongest things. What was that an MBT Twitter thread though? It was not. This was a guy with like only 2,000 subscribers, and when I watched his video, I was like, I need to finish my Crostal video essay, because if this man can get 2,000 subscribers, I should get 5k for that. Now, there was like during the 5D section of this video, literally he sounded like he'd turned around away from the microphone and then put like and then was like talking like that because he genuinely sounded like he was in a different room. But when I sent this video to a friend of mine, because he saw me tweeting about this, he said that that section was not as bad for his microphone, so maybe it was just like an issue with my laptop or something. So it's hard to say. But yeah, anyways, I just soft launched the fact that I've been writing a Crossduel video essay because we still talk about you, Crossduel. I still think about you. I know this bringing things back to Discord. Did you guys know that my Discord like aesthetic layout is actually a Crossduel reference? So I'm writing a video essay about the Crossduel, about Yu-Gi-Oh! Crossduel. I'm calling it a video essay about Yu-Gi-Oh! Crossduel, but I'm telling you now, that is a Trojan horse. That is a Trojan horse. It is actually about something else. Something that starts with S even and ends in Pector. Yeah. Although MBT Twitter thread videos do make me crash out. The reason I want to write this Crossduel one is because of how he specifically ended one of his anime-focused videos. And I'm thinking a bit that I will include in this video is that I want to draw like a penis on MBT's face. No, maybe not a penis. I feel like that would get me in trouble on YouTube. But here's the thing. I started writing this essay about an hour before the news that Simo had passed away. So I put it on pause, and so I don't really know how that bit's gonna fly in like a post-Simo world. But in my head, it's a really funny bit. I feel like I feel like if Dio saw it, she'd be like, "You're okay." So yeah. Because the best thing in the world is spite. I don't know if you guys have ever heard this, but one of the best things you can be motivated by is spite. People dumber than you have done it, so you can do it. And people who are worse than you have done it. So fuck imposter syndrome. Just do it. But yeah, Crossduel video essay. I want to say I'm like 50% through the script. Like, I'm at like the meat and bones of the analysis that I want to give. I just need to track down some Tumblr posts for, because as I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Crossduel, I was live posting it on Tumblr. So I just need to double check some stuff that I posted, and then I just need to actually vomit out how the hell I'm doing it. I love editors dunking on Farfa and MBT. True, it's a really good bit. So yeah, but I'm just worried if people don't recognize, but it would have to be specifically the still that made me want to write this. It would have to be that still of MBT specifically from that one video I'm thinking of. Otherwise it's like, why are you doing this? You're literally no one. But it's like, well, yeah. So yeah, I have some other scripts that I want to write as well for myself, because I'm going to be honest, seeing the Via Law script, for my metrics anyway go viral, made me go, I really should write more scripted videos. Like, I'm literally the creative writer VTuber. I need to do that. So I'm just trying to think of like just something short and sweet that I could like upload hopefully soon. The only thing I really thought of was just the news that I got accepted to the regionals, which I soft-launched earlier this stream. Because you guys remember the Waste to Art junk journaling project stream? Yeah, the artwork from that stream, it won its section at my local chapter of the competition. So now it's going to the regional. And then when it's at the regional is the highest level that this thing can go to. So then it's like, if you win, you get your name written on a website somewhere. Yeah, boy. That's how bored I was at work today. I was actually looking at like last year's winners, and they don't even have pictures. It's like, girl, what are we doing? Anyways, I think I've yapped enough about random things to like maybe want to play. I feel like that is generous for what we're doing. We'll start with word slop. More procrastination. And as always, we will start with right. Ooh, a green. We love to see greens. We'll go with an obvious word. Blink. Okay. So I wasn't off. Ooh. Oh, wait, no. I was gonna say glide, but there's no E. Let's see. Fling. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Could it end in, like, an H? Flimbo. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna. I feel like it has to go here, right? Like, I can't really think of a word where it ends in B. Oh, wait, no, I just thought of a really obvious word that ends in bitch. I was cooking, though. My intuition was right, though. My intuition was right. For what it's worth, my intuition was right. I knew it was gonna be here. But yeah, Lib. Liberal Rush Limbaugh. I recently found out that Rush Limbaugh is not the same guy as the guy from that meme. Do you guys know the guy? Oh, horrible storytelling right now, but do you guys know the guy from the meme? Abed from Community, that's the guy I'm talking about. And he's talking to like a interviewer, and the interviewer's like, so what are you going to do with your money that you're earning from this like popular Disney TV show? And Abed's like, I don't know, buy coffee, some nice coffee, good pair of socks. And the interviewer was like, don't you want like a private jet or something? And I feel bad calling this is not his name. Abed from Community was like, Larry, I'm on DuckTales. For some reason, I was convinced Larry was fucking Rush Limbaugh for some reason. But no, Rush Limbaugh is a completely different old man who is actually dead. I've also learned that. Because here's the thing, sometimes you just like hear people and you just like have to... You just have to acclimate to it. Like, this is a guy that exists, apparently. We're all thinking climb, thank God. But again, my intuition was right. I did feel like it. Wait, I think it's spoilers. I can figure this out. I'm the smartest ferret on the internet. Do you guys know that I say that so frequently that I actually will say that in real life? Thank God so far I've only done it whilst I was sitting in my car, and I think I like... So I'm still getting used to my new car that I bought in like October of last year or November of last year, and it's got really sensitive like gear changes, and for once in my life I managed to get it into the right gear with like no help. I was like, man, I'm the smartest ferret on the internet. I'm like, girl, what are we doing? We're literally sitting in a car. Let's see. Fleabo. I don't see it. I don't think it ends in O. Libby? Liba? Libs, it can't end in S because they banned plural words. They banned plural words. I like the idea of it ending in like an H. I'm fairly certain there are words that end in like BH. Not that I can think of any of them, but I think that's a thing. Fliba, flibs. Fleabo. Fleabo from my shows. Glibby. Glibbo. I'm just trying to think of like all. No. Fliba. Lib. I don't think it ends in H. I think there are 0 words that end in BH. That doesn't make any sense to me. Flibba, flibber, flibba, flibs, flib, flibby. Oh, wait. I would almost guess Bilby, but then I was like, wait a minute, there's a few problems with that. There's a few problems with it being Bilby. Just like, slib. Slibs, slibber, slibbo. Well, it can't be that. It can't be elbow for numerous reasons. I don't know why I got to that situation. God, I feel like I hate these ones because it's either a word I've never heard of or it's a word that's so common it makes me feel extremely dumb for forgetting it exists. Slim, slib, go, libs. I'm gonna try and just get some random letters. Well, eliminating S is kind of helpful because I feel like there are a lot of words with S in them. Lib. All lib. Liboo, glibbo. Okay. I'm the smartest ferret on the internet. I can do this. A limb. Okay, no, I think I'm cooking with a limb. A limb. No, wait. It's not like a super common word, but it's not like crazy unusual either. It's not crazy unusual either. Okay, let's get this train wreck started. That's included. I actually have really fallen off my Wordle and... Oh, you guys can barely see it. I don't know how to fix that. Yep, that was the... Yeah. As soon as I got it, I was like... Damn it. Damn it. That works. Okay, but yeah, I've really fallen off my Wordle and Strands grind. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say, like, I dislike it, but I don't know. The fact that I don't want to make an account is, I think, what's really holding me back. You wouldn't have guessed that. That's okay, Jolteon. I was trying to come up with a limbo and like Fleebo and Fleaboo. Those are Star Wars characters' names. That's included. I feel like it's gonna be like, you know, like the fucking Bill Mays. Is that, you know, Billy Mays? It's like, and not only if you buy now, you get 2 free knives or something. Yeah, I feel like knife will be in here somewhere. Oh, there are a few Ives. Come on, where's a K? Okay, that's a K, but there's no N. World's smartest ferret, by the way. Literally, I am the world's smartest ferret. Unfortunately, it's also a lot being like the world's tallest dwarf, but, you know, we get there. Okay, fridge. Hotel amenities. Oh, genuinely, I am the world's smartest ferret. A breakfast? Like, when I was... this was literally one of the most important questions I asked my sisters when we were on the phone talking about Japan. I was like, are we getting hotel breakfast? And they were like, no. And I'm like, too bad, I'm getting hotel breakfast every morning. I love a hotel breakfast. Especially in Japan, they have yummy fruit. They have cute little sausages that are like the size of your thumb. Waffles. Fish. They have everything. Tomatoes. It's great. I froth a hotel breakfast in Japan. It must be said. And they're like, no, we'll just like get a coffee, maybe convenience store food. And I'm like, that's so boring and not good for you. What else is usually like include hotel amenities? This looks like dryer. No. I was gonna say, I've never been to like a hotel where a dryer is an amenity. What else? What else? What else? Safe. Oh, like a. Oh my god, you guys are not gonna believe me, but I just yawned and I literally saw my breath. That's how cold it is. I tried turning on the heater and then I discovered that even though the heater is finally out, it's not plugged in. So I plugged it in, so I tried turning it on. And then I realized it wasn't connected to the gas main. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not game enough to try and connect it to the gas main. I was almost game enough. I got down on my hands and knees. I was like trying to fiddle around with it, but I was like, I feel like something could go wrong if I get this wrong. So let's not do that. I think this is a contributing reason why Minty's been so clingy, especially today and yesterday, because we've had like such a beautiful, mild week, and then all of a sudden, bang, freezing cold. I can see my breath when I yawn. Like that happened this morning as well. So Minty's like, I need the warmth. And I know she's excited because we have the heater inside. As soon as it was landed in the living room, she's jumped up on it. She's like batting things off the bookcase. It's like, yes, Minty, I know. You are naughty. Okay. Oh, I know what this is. Never mind. Oh, I know what this is. Internet. Yeah. I got excited when I checked my emails earlier. I thought I'd won the fucking... Excited with an asterisk. I thought I'd won the Smash EX Densetsu EXE meet and greet, even though I don't think it's even expired yet. That's why... And then I was like, oh, it's just a confirmation saying I successfully entered the lottery. Oh, wrong one. Okay. It's time that we end the child's play. It's time to lock in. Diggity, rocks, slapdash, scrubs, surprises, rain, dissect, flaws, Barbados, community. Community? We're talking about community, kind of. Stuns, sprinkles, showers, wings, drizzle, friends. Immediately, I'm thinking these four, but I feel like this is a red herring. No! Precipitation. We love to see it. Hot diggity. Hot wings. Are hot rocks a thing? Hot rocks are a thing. They're like a massage thing. Hot friends, hot floors, hot dissect. Hot surprises, hot community, hot Barbados, hot slapped. It's hot something. It's something hot something. Hot friends. Hot surprises. I don't know. This is giving purple. This is giving purple so bad. Hot stuns, hot floors. Okay. Community, friends, scrubs. Yeah, these are TV shows. Like, sitcoms. I almost feel like Floors could be a TV show. Okay, never mind. Okay. So there's hot wings, hot diggity, hot rocks. Okay. What about the third? Can we figure out like the third theme? Because if I can figure out what the third theme is. So the only ones I don't really have a home are surprises, Barbados, slapdash, stuns, and dissect. Oh my god, none of these feel like they should go together. Community, scrubs, friends, slapdash, Barbados. I don't feel like it stuns. I can't imagine there being like these are really iconic TV shows. Have I seen any of them? No, but I'm aware that they exist and they're very popular. Barbados almost feels like it could be a TV show. Like it almost is kind of giving like an ER vibe. No. Okay. No. Okay. Let's go back to my hot diggity, hot wings, hot rocks. I don't like hot surprises. What the fuck is a hot surprise? But I feel like maybe, fuck me. Bowls over. What is wings? Okay, I was not cooking at all with hot floors. Hot floors almost sounds like the Americanized version of like that Bluey episode, if I'm being honest. Okay, I need to digest what I've learnt from playing Connections. Starting with kinds of insults is crazy business. Ooh, no, I cannot wait until the library of Northern Lion fucking uploads Northern Lion's reaction to this shit. I hope he's as incredulous as I am right now, because insults. We've had dogs. We've had what PA can mean. Oh my god. Slapdash? No, slapdash is like when it's haphazard. Like if something's slapdash, it's like, oh man, I just put on my makeup real slapdash today. Like slapdash is a word. Yeah. Well, no, it's not diggity, it's dig. Like if you have a dig at someone. Like, oh man, it was so shady when so-and-so subtweeted fucking Kai Cenat with a dig, you know? It's like, that's a dig. A barb, again, it's like, ooh. Isn't that where Nicki Minaj's fans got their like, stan name from? They're like the barbs, aren't they? Diss, slap. I guess a slap is an insult. I don't say this lightly, but sometimes this game tests me. Anyways, palette cleanser. Ooh, it's a Pokedoku master puzzle. Oh, I'm really bad at these ones. A legendary Tapu Bulu is a fairy type, if you can believe it. Is Diancie a mythical? I don't know the differences. Okay, fuck yes. I'm so smart. And finally, my baby. My beautiful, beautiful baby. A legendary psychic type. Let's go with the goat himself. A psychic mythical. I think I learned this yesterday. That I think the Lake Trio counts as mythicals. Fuck me. Because I swear I used Uxie as a legendary yesterday and it wouldn't let me. Let's just round it out. My boy, my daughter, my bestie. I'm fairly certain you would be a. I hate the mythical category so much. Then let's go really boring. I don't know what counts as a mythical. Fucking Jirachi, of course it was Jirachi. Mew is a mythical, that makes sense. What do you mean Deoxys is a mythical? This is why I hate the mythicals category. The mythicals category is so bullshit! But how's my rank? I did better than 23.4% of all players, which I think is quite... I think I could have done better. I was cooking with Tapu Bulu, in my opinion. I was cooking with Tapu Bulu, my boy. My lad. Never mind. Apparently Tapu Bulu is like the second most popular Tapu for some reason. Anyways. I'm gonna be honest, I want to keep procrastinating. My hands are cold, I want to keep procrastinating. Girl. No. I guess that works. I want to keep procrastinating. Makima is listening. I'm going to need to do something in a second here. So it is amnesty week on femslashfete. I don't know if you guys know this, but it is amnesty week. Why can I not select paint? What the heck? Why can't I choose paint? Okay. Maybe display capture? I'm not making a meme in Canva. If there's one thing I've learned, is that making memes in Canva is like one of the worst things you can possibly do. So, what we're going to do instead... Okay. And it's gonna be like... Okay, that's not working. Where is it? Where is the scene I'm thinking of? There we go. Okay, how does this look for you guys? Like dog shit, actually, but it gets the point across. First things first. So it is, this actually, believe it or not, this does tie into the, well, it doesn't tie into what we'll be writing tonight together, but in my own time, I've started a new fanfiction, but I've alluded to it in a certain video that I mentioned earlier this stream. But I wanted to make a meme because I've been writing Mercy fic, but we're now Twitter mutuals! That's embarrassing! She can't know, but she does know, so it's like, fine. I basically have the mandate of heaven as far as I'm concerned. I have the mandate of heaven. I have the mandate of heaven. I have the mandate of heaven. And there's been some drama, I won't comment on that shit because everyone involved is correct. Yeah, I've been thinking about making this meme all day at work. Because I intend to lock this fic. I'll give you guys like a snippet of it. Get it? Snippet. Of it later. But if you are a snippet and if you need a AO3 invite, hit me up. I am your girl. Let me just like slightly bigger maybe. Oh, that looks like dog shit. Never mind. Okay, let's just try again. Make it like maybe a 14. Yeah, that looks better. There we go. This is a surprise tool that will help us later. And now we need another surprise tool. What is the Anya dropped meme? Blank. Copy image. New. I kind of want to steal Machine Ghetto's Valor here, and Mysterious. We'll steal Machine Ghetto's Valor here, because I love his bit. I love that he describes everything as being cool and mysterious. It is my favorite Machine Ghetto bit. So we'll just steal his thunder here. And Mysterious. Yes, this is also a surprise tool that will help us later this week. Okay, that took like 2 seconds. We can focus now. Notice that I stumbled saying that numerous times. Okay. We can get rid of that because we don't need it. Bring this back. There we go. Okay. It's time to lock in. It's time to lock in, she says. Oh wait, I told you guys I was gonna give you guys a future vision of what's in store this week, because I need this written this week, because amnesty only lasts until the 27th. I have like 3. Why did I just hold up my 3 fingers to the camera so you guys can see me do that? I have 3 fanfics I want to post this week for femslashfete amnesty. 1, this one. 2, the one that I'm writing, and 3, one that I'm not going to give you guys a future vision of. Because, you know, I have to keep some secrets. But yeah. What's happening? Very cool and mysterious, and unsay so. I don't even know, so we need to lock in. Oh, you like that, do you? Ooh. Yeah, I might be cooking. I might have been there for a certain Valentine's Day stream. I might have been there on my hands and knees saying this is so peak, because it was. Amnesty 4. Anyways, we're here to talk about my 3rd favorite Uta ship today, believe it or not. Her name is Uta. Oh, Tara. Uta. There we go. You guys can't see it, but to the side of my screen, I have like, oh, wrong thing. But to the side of my screen, I have like stuff. I'm trying to show you what I mean. Give me a minute. Here we go. Bitch, why does this always happen? No. Why does OBS actually hate me? Is it Alt? There you go. So, as you guys can see, I have like all of my quick jumps, for example. Like, if I want to go to this one or that one, I can just go yum 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 yum. I want to go to this one. I want to go to that one. So yeah. So I was just making sure it was all like organized. So you guys. So that's what I was doing. Is this also procrastination? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Cool and mysterious, unsay so things will be happening this week, but that's fun. We like that. Okay. And yeah, I'm still a little bit obsessed with the You and Idol Precure movie. Yeah, hell yeah. Much to look forward to. Again, I have them, as far as I'm concerned, I have the mandate of heaven. That's the other thing I've been mumbling to myself all day at work. I'm like, thinking about this Sarah Mercy fic. I'm like, I have the mandate of heaven. Anyways, let's get off the topic of RPF. And back to my 3rd, I almost feel mean calling it that, but yeah, my 3rd favorite Uta ship. Let's go, because I'm still like a little bit obsessed with the You and Idol movie. It was genuinely, even if you have not watched You and Idol Precure, please go and watch the You and Idol Precure movie. I don't really think you need to know who any of these characters are to truly enjoy it, because I think the original cast for it, so like Tera, Amasu, the Coral Sprite people, they're so charming and endearing. I think you will like it, even if you don't really know who like Uta and Co are. But yeah, I love Tera. So we are going to write more fic about her, because again, I've been on a bit of a tear. Yeah, I'm procrastinating. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm procrastinating. But yeah, I've been on like a little bit of a tear. I've written 2 stories about them. Look at them. This one was like 2K. I don't think this one will be 2K. Well, you guys can't really tell. You guys can't really see what's on screen right now, but you guys know what I mean. Okay. Yeah, let's just get this all organized. Sakura, Uta, Tera, You and Idol Precure. I have a few different titles, well, potential titles for this story. At the moment, I'm thinking Fracture. I like Fracture, or maybe Fragment. There's even a world. This is a really weird one, but I kind of like Flip, but I don't know which one I'll go with. But just so you guys know, I do have like ideas for me. This is probably gonna be like T, None. We won't bother with tags just yet, because I see this as like a really, well, that's a lie. There is one tag I know we can put. It's a kissing fic. Because I know you guys love when I write kissing fics. Mwah, 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 mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah. Minty is, her shoulder is like where my forearm is when I like rest on her. I don't want to type too hard because what if I hurt her? What if I hurt her? And yeah. Okay, we need to lock in. Mary, you have been thinking about these two girls kissing on and off for like the past week, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure. Come on, we can figure this shit out. Oh wait. There we go. The most important things we need to know. It's canon to the movie. There's kissing. There's gonna be like some touching of the face, some caressing. Sorry, I need to like imagine the ending of the end of the movie again. There's not even like a point like to just quickly reread the wiki. It's like, because the wiki is like really sparse when it comes to the movie, which is a real shame. It's a real shame. Like I can see my dolls kissing in my head. They're going more, 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 more. Not really. It's more like, it's like slow and sensual, you know? Fuck me. I don't know how to type, apparently. I'm going to miss you, Uta whispered as hand rose up and curled against the hard edge of Tara's face. I'll look forward to seeing you again. Well, you look forward to seeing me. So, Tara is like kind of complicated as a character, like as far as like how solid she is, because she kind of has like this spirit phase where it's like I'm fairly certain she's incorporeal, but I don't want her to be incorporeal because I need Uta to touch and kiss her little face because she's got a cute little face. I don't know if, I think if you saw the ad on Twitter, you guys already know who Tara Precure is, but look at her. She's so cutiful. She is so cutiful. That is not Tara, what the fuck? But yeah. She's so cutiful. Anyways, I don't know if anyone needs to be told, but good fucking lord, the fandom wiki is like the worst fucking website in existence. Like, it is basically malware. Oh, I should not have said that. I should not have said that. The god, I angered God and he was like, absolutely not. You cannot be saying that, queen. Okay. Oh, okay. What are we doing? No, please. I forgot to talk about this earlier, but my stream... No. Okay. Genuinely, I think the wiki is malware. What the hell? Oh. Oh. Oh, sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus, what is happening? Do I have, like, too many tabs open? Like, that could genuinely be it. I could just have too many tabs open. Okay. Oh, wonderful. No, don't. No, that's rude. Don't do that. OBS, don't do that. That's... Oh, come on, not again. No. Come on. Okay. No, I'm determined. Let's try and save your stream. I didn't even try to... I tried to save the Pokemon stream from the other day. But let's try and save his stream. Okay. Goodbye, me. Try to reopen me. Like, I'll be honest, I haven't even, like, replayed Pokemon Sun because I'm just like, it just sucks. Like, as soon as I had, like, the thought to save, it was like, the game was like, you know what? Yeah, let's be super duper irritating. What the heck? I don't have a command for this blanket, so why did it automatically spawn? Okay. Well, we managed to save half the stream. This might have to actually just convert to being a just chatting stream. This might have to just... Let's see if I can fix things by doing this. Okay. Wonderful. Oh, that works. Okay, let's give OBS just a minute, because I'll be honest, my laptop's fans are going like... Oh, sorry, Minty. Sorry, Minty. She did not like me making that sound effect with my mouth. She did not like me making that sound effect with my mouth. So let's just give OBS just a little minute to see if I could also close some more tabs. Close that one. Close that one. Don't open a new tab, Mary. Come on. We can close this one. What are some more tabs we can close? We can close this one. We can close that one. I don't want to close those ones, unfortunately. Okay, I regretfully close that one. Okay, we'll close this one. We'll reopen this tab. We'll reopen the tab I just closed. Or one of them. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Did this... I mean, the fan's still fucking blasting, but we can try. Yippee! We saved the stream, Patrick! We saved the stream. Yeah, OBS was just being mean. Like, like I said, I was teeth gritted the other day when stream crashed, and that was also a contributing reason why I didn't really want to stream yesterday. I was just still molding about that, but we managed to save the stream, Patrick. Although I just realized something kind of important. You guys can't really see what's happening on screen, but after that absolute mess, I feel invigorated to get some work done. Yeah. Let's get some work done, you guys. Let's do some co-working. Actually, I wish there was like a Sprinto bot for Twitch. There probably is, but I'm actually going to genuinely do some sprints, because I feel like that's the only way I'm actually going to get shit done. Don't I have like a little guy we can have for motivation? I'm sorry, I've gotten distracted again. Okay, I just searched my entire Ferret, maybe? No, those aren't right. Right? No, oh, I know exactly where it would be, actually. I know exactly where it should be. Just... Discord? What do you mean? What the hell? You guys know what I'm talking about. If you're already a part of the... What's it called? Like, on Discord. I have a sticker that I wanted to add. Let's do right... Oh, I know. Let's try this. One more time before I just give up. And browse. I just type this in. Come on. Come on. I can see you thinking. I can see you thinking. It says it's working on it. I feel like it's not doing that. Well, whilst it's doing that, I will use Sprinto. And the last time I used Sprinto, I just remembered I forgot to actually hit join, so we'll make sure I join. Okay. I don't think we're gonna find it anytime soon. That's fine. I just wanted my little ferret guy to join me on this endeavor. But yeah, if you happen to have a project that you are looking to work on, you can do a sprint with me for the next 15 minutes. Let's try and get shit done. Okay. Let's look in. Let's look in. Okay. Tara moved her head slightly to the left. Her gaze was low and framed by long eyelashes. Her expression gave nothing away, leaving Uta little recourse but to falter. She was so difficult to understand, to touch, always so guarded, always putting herself down as she considered herself to be but a fragment of a larger self. As though afraid she was not allowed to be himself, but always a fracture of a master. So, like, Tara's whole deal is that she is trying to find out who she is. She is not a master. She is very much her own person, but I feel like she does worry that things are, that she's only ever going to be seen as a fracture of a master. Sort of in between. Person, but not a person. Splinter of a damaged whole. A harbinger of ill omen. She was tough and strong and cheeky. Uta liked all of that about her, even as she had tried and failed to put distance between her and Uta. But now look at them. More than friendship budded between them. Uta had tried hard for her. She didn't let Tara push her away like she had the other folks of her home village. They cared for her and she cared for them, but strong feelings of protectiveness had caused a wall and a chasm, but not for Uta. Uta did her best to break down those barriers, and with a song, no less, even though Tara had proclaimed, straight to her face even. Someone should, if I was like a big streamer, I feel like someone would genuinely do this, but imagine starting a can if every time I used even or just that she hated idols. Trait which, that she always would, she always had and always would, even if she, fuck me! Even if she could not pull the origin of this life. That it was an immutable part of her, no different to the color of her eyes or the way she walked. But now, look at them. Moonlight shimmered. I'm really obsessed with the word shimmered lately. I don't know. When I say lately, I literally mean as of this afternoon. Because, again, not to get distracted, but I did post something earlier. I posted this little doohickey here, a drabble, about Manatsu and Laura on the Thick Whip Discord, which is a writing Discord. Shimmered. As they found themselves on the precipice of goodbye. Uta, along with her friends, and fellow idols, had to go back to their home world. But not yet. Uta wasn't ready, and Terra especially so. Terra had waited 1,000 years to see Uta again. It curled up into a ball, heightened, sorrowful, and slept the hope that one day she would be reawakened and she would hear Uta's beautiful voice again and see her smile. And that is exactly what happened. With their powers combined, they were able to defeat the forces of the yummy jellies and bring peace back to Island. Peace that Terra had no intentions of disrupting. After all, she was Island's guardian, as close to a goddess as they going to get with Amasu. Soul having passed on and her stone effigy. I wouldn't necessarily say it was destroyed. I'll just say no more. Actually, I think this needs to be a separate paragraph. The grandeur of this role made Terra's skin crawl. Or maybe it would if... Wait, I need to go back to this paragraph. As they looked deep into each other's eyes as they attempted a farewell on the road in the village's outskirts. Countless stars shone overhead whilst they stood on the ocean's edge, the water lapping at their ankles as they these final words. There we go. Here we go. The grandeur of this role made Terra's skin crawl, or maybe it would if she had a body to feel and experience as she once had. Godhood was such a terrible thing, especially when she didn't want it. Didn't want to be in Masu's shadow, nor a splinter. She was her own person through and terrible spelling ahead. Through and through. These changes unrecognizable even to herself. The length of her hair, seriousness of her slightly older face, the experience of is the word I'm about to spell real? No. Oh, it is! Okay, never mind. No cooking. It made Terra sick. The normal girl, like, dislike, as she pleased in every which way the salty sea breeze blew. Girl, I want to use every which way. Sometimes things that are less grammatical are more flavorful. God, Google Docs. Okay, 11 minutes has passed, in case anyone was curious. Yeah, going into this, I thought it was going to be more from Uda's perspective, but you know, it makes sense that it's from Tera's. And now look at her, how she pined for the touch of a human girl, and one whose ilk had once made peril. So angry with wanting. Had been abandoned by the Showa era idol. To learn from that mistake. But look at her. Doomed to repeat it. All the glitz and glamour of a... Is it Reiwa? Yeah, it was Heisei. It was... yeah, it's Reiwa. Yeah, like, I'm gonna call her a Reiwa Starlet. That's kind of flavorful. Oh, apparently Starlet does not have two T's, in case anyone was curious. Her heart lurched. Uda's fingers were so soft and slender. Even when the affection they embodied made Hera feel ungrateful. She wanted to keep that strong and stubborn facade up, but the truth of she really was going to miss Uta. Eyes began water. Lips twitched and quivered. Only UtaTera could quash her own feelings with a stringent power from within. Stubbornness ignited. Okay, I wanted this to be further in the story, but apparently this is going to have to be at the beginning, is the way I'm plotting things. She tried to touch the polyp that the coral that extended from Tera's forehead. Okay, this is Amasu. Is this not Amasu? What the heck? Why is it? Brew. Before I do this, I'm certain Cinnabar is like, yeah. Oh, and just as dangerous, by the way, the reason I know Cinnabar is dangerous is because of Hoseki no Kuni. No, I never watched more than 2 episodes, but for some reason I absolutely absorbed that Cinnabar is very dangerous. For a coral sprite, the size of how she was created from the God, polyp is such an ugly word, but it's also kind of fun to say. Polyp. she could with the unearthly glamour of oh, time's up. Yeah, we're on track for how long a story I thought this was going to be. I guessed around 1,200 words. I just inputted 812 into the machine. Normally it's me who's like wriggling around and doing things, but Minty is a bit restless all of a sudden. She's gotten up, which sucks. My thigh feels very cold without her. Also, I think she's been drooling. I swear I'm like a bit wet on my thigh as well. She has been a bit snotty lately. Like, you know how when cats are like really, really, really happy, they like get a snot bubble? She's been doing that a little bit lately, which is a good thing. It makes me feel like I'm doing a really good job as her owner, but at the same time, it's kind of gross. Don't drip on me, sweetie. The double standards pets will enact on you. Like, I've mentioned this before, but Minty will get so offended if you, like, look at her way if she's using her litter box, which meanwhile, she's, like, following me into the bathroom. It's like, stop opening doors. You're very clever, but please stop. Yes, I'm complaining to internet strangers about you, sweetheart. Okay. One more sprint, and I think I will be golden. Sprint. Join. Same. Minty is so silly. She is. She's a very silly kitty. She's a very silly, sweet kitty. And she's sweet. Like, stubbornness ignited. I really wish there was like an alternative to the a good alternative to the Precure wiki. Oh, that is literally the same. You guys see this shit too, right? You guys see this shit too, right? That's not pretty cure. Okay, we've seen enough for one day. We've seen enough for one day. Anyways, I just realized we're wasting precious time. Actually, no, the sprint only just started. Tara clicked her tongue and turned her gaze forceful onto Uta, who was surprised by the directness of Tara's body language, as at long last, after this foul reverie, she had a reply. Tara lied. Uta was cautiously optimistic. Despite that initial micro reaction, her kind eyes told Tara that she knew more was coming. Raw. Shrugged, a tear streaked down the side of her chiseled cheek. I feel like because I know corals are not technically rocks, but corals are basically rocks. So I feel like I want to use a lot of like coarse imagery, especially with Tara, who is like very abrasive. You'll come to the... What is the name of the fucking festival? It's like the Super Miracle Idol Festival or something. It's like... Oh yeah, Super Miracle Idol Festival. Mirror. One after that and one after. it'll be like no time at all. What's 10 years for someone who has waited 1,000? She flashed a grin, cheeky. She wasn't wounded. Yeah, why use the word saddened? But wounded is right there. Not in between. She was so selfish. She really was no better than Masu. I'm sorry, Tara, but Tara has just enough like stuff to like really chew on. It's like she's a person, but she's not. She's immortal, but she's not. Yes, of course, Uta. Swooned or giddy. Hands flung in front of her face to poorly hide the pink blush to her face. How do I get them to kiss? Asking for a friend. How do you make two girls kiss? Asking for a friend. Because I'll be honest, I really only had like the first 800 words of this shit planned. Beyond that, we're a bit. I'm a bit not sure. Like, I want them to kiss. Oh, no. Bum 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 bum. Alright, I want to use the word intrinsic. I want to use both immutable and intrinsic because I think they're sick words. Why shouldn't I use them both? Okay, now we're just adding unnecessary adjectives, but it's fine. Maybe the 8-sentence trick. I came out of Terra's ever so abrasive. I'll see you there. Until then. The mistake. Terra knew she couldn't handle how blinding and dazzling Uta was, like the sun. It was worth it. Because, dang, she was pretty when she smiled. turned into a wisp. Okay. I don't want to use lurched forward because someone's stomach has already lurched. I think it was Tara's. Resolve overflowing off of her. Yeah, there we go. We figured it out. We figured it out. Oh, sorry, man. Oh, coochie coochie coo. Why? Angel numbers. 111. Sorry. And... Ooh, okay. I'm fairly certain my phone was what made those angel numbers, but... she kissed Uta. Anything so romantic and brash before. She had never dreamed of it before and she'd never imagined it before, but something about idols which seemed to make it impossible. Oh my god, take me out the back. I want to use the word even again, but I think most impossible of reveries come to. Oh. I got some grammar wrong. So, since this was going to be goodbye, Tara knew they had to make it last. Human lifespans, their experiences and sensations were so ephemeral. So she really had to take it all to heart. Love loud and full until it's no more. Into Tara's mind as she closed her eyes hard through the that she shed as she kissed Uta. So I almost said wonton, but I don't think that wonton is anywhere close to being the word here. Kissing so soft to the sound of wedding bells, and all around the world girls will be girls, 'cause it's the same old situation. It's the same old ball and chain. I'm saying no, 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 no. Motley Crue was so real for writing a song in like 1980 something about two lesbians getting married. I don't know why they did that shit, but I'm glad they did. In case you guys didn't know, but the song I started singing is called Same Old Situation, and it's about Vince Smith getting dumped and then his ex-girlfriend figuring out she's a butch lesbian and then marrying a Filipino woman. It's genuinely the wildest song. And he's so supportive. He's like, well, if that's what you want to do. I used to call her Cindy, she changed her name to Sin. I guess that's the name of her game. Yeah, I really used to love her, but damn did she discover it's gotta be a sexual thing. And all around the world. It is a literal banger. If you have not listened to it, please listen to it now. Well, maybe not now. Yeah, karaoke. I have sung it before for karaoke, actually. But it's just, she kissed Uta so soft to the sound of wedding bells. I want to translate that into kissed Uta so... I've already used the word forceful. Also, This is not the music I had on earlier. I just realized I could have swore I had this shit looping, but it's fine. I think we're too far gone now to care. So desperately to the sound of the crashing ocean waves by their heels. Is nothing less than magnificent. Uta eased into the kiss. She kissed Terra back, and finally, she was able to touch Terra the way that she had wished. Soft hands on Terra's firm skin, gentle and affectionate, but not going anywhere. They would make this last as a memory between them both for all eternity. Softness of Uta's lips, the feeling of the sea breeze on their skin and into their hair was all so wonderful as time itself seemed to stop for them. They used each other's kiss to its fullest extent until only breath ran out between them. Sure, that makes sense. See you again, yeah? Terra asked in the tiniest voice. Her own eyes. Is a glisten a word? Holy shit, a glisten is a word! No, that cannot be right. I refuse to believe. No. I am so smart. I am actually so smart. Listen with tears of gratitude. Is there a word that's like missing someone before they're even gone? I feel like there should be, but I feel like if there is, it's going to be in like French or Japanese or something. I don't feel like there's an English word for what I'm imagining, but I bet you in some German-ass language or the like, so maybe like Chaucer? And the realization that she was already missing Terra before either of them even. I don't know how to end this fic. We're kind of at the point where it's like, yep. Oh. Okay, final word count. It's so cool. We have seen Mary learn multiple words today, I feel. Oh, we've gone over my prediction. Let's go. I like to see it. Yeah, only 543 new words in that section, but that makes sense. I'm kind of running out of steam. Terra hazarded a small smile and placed her own hand over Uta's. Her hand was coarser than Uta's, as Uta had never seen hard days work the way that Terra had, spear fishing day in and day out, and other. I don't want to use the P word. The P word is a no-no word according to my other village activities that required. That built that and such. Cultivated? I kind of like cultivated more than built. Whereas Tera's hand was closer. Unlike Tera, Uta. There we go. We managed to kill the evil of a stupid run-on sentence by turning it into multiple stupid sentences. I still don't know how I'm ending this story. How am I ending this story? It'd be a nice parallel if Uta, like, acknowledges Tera's godhood and tells her to take care of herself. At the next festival. Mostly sincere with worry. Oh, this would be a really good way to end Tera's arc in the story as well. If Tera, like, sort of accepts her godhood a bit more and her, like, because she's a protector. She considers herself a guardian, but not so much a goddess. So I think maybe we could tack in an arc if, like, she kind of capitulates. Oh, that's a good word. Capitulates to Uta's, like, devotion of her. Because Uta is, like, Tera's priestess. Oh my god, I'm going insane in, like, brand new ways over this ship with this sudden realization that Uta is Tera's priestess, basically. I feel terrible calling this my third favorite ship, because obviously my number one favorite ship is Meripuri Uta, my second favorite is Kati Uta, and then these two come in at number 3, UtaTera, and then Uta Nana, Uta Coco, they're kind of like the same level for me. No, I feel like, I guess I have more of an affiliation with childhood lovers. Childhood friends to sweethearts, so I guess maybe Uta Nana slightly wins over, but it's kind of hard. Whereas the other ones, it's like, they just make me feral, I'm sorry. Take care of the people. Oh, why is... Oh, I used this. Tera felt the word protector. But she knew Uta only meant well. If Tera could come to appreciate idols, maybe she could come to appreciate herself as more than a guardian, island, but the goddess too. She certainly felt divine in her own right. We're fucking cooking. I'm fine. I'm like, man, I need to use my priestess revelation. We can slot that in right here. And right when Uta idol. Such devotion in her. Can't it? Is Garnet? No, I'm thinking of Garnet. Hi, Garnet. In her. For some reason, I thought Garnet was a thing because isn't Diantha's like Japanese name? Isn't it like Garnet? So I thought maybe it was like a gemstone. Maybe it's a type of flower. I don't really know. Garnet eyes. Her shudder made her. Actually, her heart. Well, I like that better. I don't want Tera to reply with, of course, because Uta, I mean, has already replied. How can we, like, make her agree without saying of course? But I want to say of course, but no, we can find something else. We can find something else. Urge to correct Uta, but Oh, it made her heart flutter. Kara's eyes softened. The other thing is, I still really want to bring the story back to like the image of Uta being allowed to touch Terra's little like horn polyp things. I don't want to call them horns because I feel like horns invokes the opposite of divinity. It implies Satanism, in my opinion. And it's almost like a nuzzle, but also not a to the caress that Terra had previously denied Uta. Oral polyps that grew from her head. Did like Amasu have like a... Did Amasu use like Keigo or anything, do we know? We're doing the forehead bump as well, I just noticed. Into the middle of Uta's, obscured by her fluffy brown fringe as it was. This gesture to affirm the love and support that Uta had given her so far. Terra fully intended to towards Island. It would be my duty, pleasure, and honor. No, this feels too fanciful. We could lampshade it. It's not OOC if you acknowledge that you're being OOC. That was way too fanciful. More mature and responsible. If it made Terra chuckles, Uta giggles, however. They both knew it. Oh, I just had a. I'm cooking. Especially if it made Uta smile and giggle. This was their goodbye, but before they would fuck me, even know it, they would see each other again, and once more they would night and bask in a shower of falling stars. Shooting stars? Yeah, shooting stars. Because here's the thing. You and Idol pick your movie. I think it'd be kind of nice if we could, like, call back to the lyrics of this song. Where is it? Hibiki o Uta. English. Yeah. Oh, I was cooking without even meaning to. The way Terra, like, oh, this song is so good. I love this song. Honestly, I think it's my favorite pretty cool song. Well, You and I are a pretty cool song. I love the Star Twinkle OST way more. Being granted. Nice. Well, their wish would have been granted. Bask in a shower of shooting stars. Fate could shift and change over time. This was there. Fate could shift and change over time, but this was there. Heartfelt promise. One another. This goes there. Goodbye. Bittersweet as it may be. And Uta's friends called for her to go. But they both knew it that before long. Okay. We'll get rid of that redundancy. No time at all. Not really. And 1,000 years. There we go. And we are done. Yippee, yippee, yippee! So it is like 9:55. Do I want to post this like straight away is the question. And the new problem is I don't really feel like I'm not gonna input the word count because I feel like the word count's gonna change after I edit it. So I think I will wait on posting it. I think tomorrow morning I will look at it with fresh... There's unsay-so words. Holy shit, there were unsay-so words on that screen! Before long. Yeah, tomorrow morning I will give this a once-over with fresh eyes and probably post it. And I will be writing and working on the Sarah Mercy fic that I teased. That has to be posted this week, otherwise I feel like it's just never gonna get done. I think you guys will like it. And I hope you guys liked my UtaTera fic. We had such a lovely time tonight, even though we had numerous heart attacks because OBS started being silly. You know what? I want to make it to the 2-hour mark. I have been bonked on YouTube for doing this before, but I don't care. I don't care. Let's do one round of karaoke. And do you guys know what that song's gonna be? Situation Motley Crue karaoke. This is the one that I like. Is this the... Okay. Come on, dude. I've got something to say to you. She's got an alligator bag top hat to match and dressed in black on black. She's got a Filipino girlie she claims is her friend. I tell you boys, you've just gotta laugh. Now, I used to call her Cindy, she changed her name to Sin. I guess that's the name of her game. Yeah, I really used to love her, but is it me? I thought this is the one I liked, but there isn't even like fucking backing track to it. What the heck? Try this one. Yeah. Oh my god, it happened again. I saw my breath. That's how cold it is. God, the 90s and early 2000s were not kind to them. She's got an alligator top hat bag to match, dressed in black on black. She's got a Filipina girlie she claims is her friend. I tell you, boys, you've just gotta laugh. Now, I used to call her Cindy, she changed her name to Sin. I guess that's the name of her game. Yeah, I really used to love her, but damn did she discover it's gotta be a sexual thing. Now, all around the world, girls will be girls. It's the same old situation. It's the same old ball and chain. Same old ball and chain. I said no, no, no. No, no, no. Come on, now check this out. Oh. Introduced me to her lover in a cellophane dress. Then they bid me a sweet farewell. The last time I saw him, they were kissing so soft to the sounds of wedding bells. Well, all around the world, girls will be girls. It's the same old situation. It's the same old ball and chain. Girl, it's the same old situation. It's the same old ball and chain. I said no, no, no. No, no, no. Alright. Oh boy. Wanna be in there tonight. Alright, me and the boys are gonna do some rock and roll. Oh, come on now. Woo! I can't even tell if it's a woman or if it's Vince Neil. God, there was like this British rock song I was listening to, and all of a sudden there was like a homophobic slur, so I looked up the lyrics, and it was like, allegedly this was inspired by Vince Neil, and I was like, yep, that tracks. It's the same old situation. It's the same old ball and chain. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The same old situation. It's same old ball and chain. You know, you just gotta say, all around the world, girls will be girls. Yeah. Same old situation. It's the same old ball and chain. I tell you, girl, it's the same old situation. It's the same old ball and chain. Yeah. Also, by the way, if this is the same old situation, wouldn't it imply that this has happened to multiple of like Vince Neil's ex-girlfriends? Which, to be honest, I do believe. I mean, it might have even been like just Vince Neil's ex-girlfriends. But yeah, they were him-a-dancing out here. Okie dokies. I think I'm ready to call it here. My eyes are burning. Hopefully this impromptu karaoke will not get the VOD bonked. Because by the way, I have new beef with the Pokemon Generation 5 soundtrack. I think it was like a junk journaling stream from last week or something. It got bonked with copyright. Luckily it was not a major one, but now it's like, oh man, it's not just fucking Drift Bell City I've got to look out for, it's like some other one as well. It's like so annoying. Come on, Nintendo, just let me use your music for background. I promise no one cares. It's fine. If anything, I'm like doing you a service by keeping Gen 5 relevant. Although I feel like Gen 5 is doing its own very good job of staying relevant. Actually, is there more random things that I want to yap about? Let us find out. Oh, this is too loud. This is too loud now. Here's the wrong one. There we go. But it has been a surprisingly productive evening. That always makes me happy. I like a surprisingly productive evening. So I will be streaming tomorrow. I will probably start at 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We'll be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. The Brains World will be live with a new event, the road thing. We played it briefly for 5Ds. I'd completely forgotten about it until earlier today. I was like, what is a duelist road? It's literally the Jack Atlas team satisfaction shit I'd completely forgotten about. It is a bit monkey's paw though, because I wanted the Blue Maiden ult. I wanted the Blue Maiden ult. They wanted Aqua, but they said no. They said no. They said, Mary, you're not allowed to have that. But maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we can turn our Himajoshi eyes off and maybe we can be Fujos together. Maybe I will be lucky and they will put respectful shipping crumbs in it. That would make me very happy. The problem is I'm a little scared to stream on a Monday, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, because I remember streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links once on a Monday and then getting hit with like a fucking maintenance thing, so I'm really worried that's going to happen tomorrow, especially if there's going to be like a new event. But who knows? So we'll see what happens. We'll just play it by ear. So it could be a waiting room stream. It could be like literally anything else. It could actually just be trying to 100% this event, because I would like to do it. I did 100% the Spectre event after all. Maybe we can do the hat trick. I 100% Spectre's event twice, by the way. That's how amazing of a wife I am. I need to pee. I just realized. Also, I think Minty is doing things she shouldn't be doing in the kitchen. Like, also, the dog seems to be cold, so I need to make sure he has good blankets. He's got like one blanket and he's not using it. I think this is a sign to log off. It is a sign to log off. Let's see. Let's find us someone to raid. That feels like a good idea. Let's see. Let's see. I want to raid Groovy, but she's not live. I swear she was live like an hour ago. Wait. I've been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains on... Dang it. Oh, they're like 20 episodes in. Okay. We haven't raided Yui in a while, so let's go and raid Yui. Yui, in case I have a secret fucking chibi model, and Yui was the one who made it, so let's go say hi to Yui. Oh, and as usual, we have a raid message for those who like to raid. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I hope you all had a lovely rest of your day, night, evening. Stay healthy, drink lots of water, and go piss girl.